I'm Blair Wright, and I went to Sandwich High School. I graduated in 2011. I started with YEP in its first year and was the grant-making chair for the first and second years, so 2009 through 2011. So after graduating from Sandwich, I went to Illinois Wesleyan for psychology. I thought I wanted to be a psychiatrist, so I went to school there. I was still really involved with a lot of the types of things I did in high school, like theater and student government and things like that. But I really missed the YEP part of things, so I decided I wanted to start a YEP group in Bloomington, and we can kind of talk about that later, I guess, but that was a big part of my college experience. And then I applied for medical school, so now I'm at the U of I at the Rockford campus in my last year of medical school. So when I started college, I really wanted to be involved with something like YEP in my college years. My first year of YEP, we had some interns from NIU that worked with us, and I thought it was really neat to work with people that were sort of just above where we were at, kind of seeing what the future was. So I wanted to be that for current YEP members. But the county I was in, McLean County, we didn't have a YEP program down there. So I reached out and found the Community Foundation there. I figured that would be a good place to start since we started with the Community Foundation here. And it was really just fate. I met all the right people at the right times, and they were willing to get a youth philanthropy program up and running with the Illinois Prairie Community Foundation. They serve 4 counties down in central Illinois. So we had a generous donor that was willing to fund our first year. And then there was a great co-mentor down there, Sandy McGee, who had worked with the Illinois Extension Office and a lot of different nonprofits. She was retired, and she helped me out. We kind of blended the YEP experience that I had with the mentorship experience that she had, and we were able to get YEP up and running about a year after we started talking about it. I remember when we did our first grant-making decision process here, it was like 10 years ago now. There was nowhere near 75 people, so we all kind of talked it through, and I was very comfortable stating my opinion and was fine being vocal about it, but I wasn't so good at listening to other people's arguments and then reframing how I'm thinking of things in my mind. And that's something I got better at through YEP, and I think that's a really important skill all throughout your life. I think it was important when I was trying to meet people to start a YEP group down there. I had this idea of what YEP was, but I had to be flexible enough to shift and change to better fit the community we'd be serving there, because it's different from DeKalb County. And I think that's true in medicine too. Now that I'm in medical school, I might go into a room thinking I know what's best for the patient and I know how to treat them, but you have to be flexible. You get new data and then you might change your mind a little bit. And it doesn't mean that your original value set or ideas are wrong. It just means that you have the skills to get new information and reframe your mind. Yeah, so I don't have a ton of treasure to give at this time. I'm still kind of taking out student loans, but I think it is important to constantly give time, talent, and treasure. So I do go back to the YEP group down in McLean County, and I do interviews with the kids. I think you guys still do asks here where the YEP members go out into the community and ask community members to give to YEP, whether it's time, talent, or treasure. So I always give a small amount of treasure to the YEP group down there, what I can. And then I still give a lot of my time and talent in a variety of places around the community. In Rockford, kind of recently, I started a theater program with a nonprofit up there called the Spotlight Project. So that's for middle schoolers from kind of an underserved area of Rockford. And we get together and we kind of put together a production, but it's more focused on helping these kids gain communication skills and leadership skills. They run their own meetings, they plan their own script, and gaining the confidence to speak in front of people. And that's all stuff that I guess I kind of learned through YEP lots of years ago, but now I've translated that into also fitting with my passion for theater and giving my time and talent that way. So some advice I would have for current YEP members or future YEP members is to make the most of the network that they have as a part of YEP. When I started, I was the only member from Sandwich, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't yet have my license when I started. My mom would drive me up to meetings from Sandwich, and I was just in a room full of people from all of these other towns, all of these other schools, and it's really easy to be shy at first if you don't know anybody in the room, but don't waste any time being shy and being in a corner. Just jump in and get to know people because your peers are people that you'll be around for your whole life. They're people that are going to grow up, and also, a lot of you will move back to this area, or maybe you'll move back to other areas near each other, and you'll be supporting each other in a lot of different ways, and you'll be serving the community together in different ways. So the people you meet can really be assets to your future. And the adults you meet too, the people in the community you meet, you never know who could help you out in the future when you have a project idea, or if you just need to get your foot in the door in some industry. You meet a lot of movers and shakers in YEP, and I think it's important to be your most genuine self and really get to know people.